A gentle wind stirred the banners of the great Ling Empire as Ling Han raised his clasped hands, a calm smile gracing his face. Lord Lunar King has arrived. Forgive my failure to come forth and greet you, he said with formal warmth, though beneath it, a ripple of curiosity lingered. From within the exquisitely carved carriage came a sound like silken threads caressing the skin, an intoxicating, playful laughter that wove itself into the air, brushing against all who heard it with delicate, teasing fingers. Gay, 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 gay! The sound carried with it a subtle, almost mischievous allure that made the hearts of onlookers flutter. Yi Shuang and Hu Nu, unable to hide their astonishment, exclaimed almost in unison, "Huge vixen!" The carriage doors swung open, revealing a vision of inborn beauty, the kind that could make the world pause. Her presence radiated with a natural charisma that demanded reverence, a rare grace even the elegantly poised Yi Shuang could not rival. This was no ordinary beauty. It was the Lunar King herself, a sovereign of charm and danger intertwined. "Yo, little brother," the Lunar King greeted with a voice as smooth and luminous as moonlight upon still water. Hands resting confidently upon her hips, she struck a pose that made the very air tremble with allure. See? Haven't I grown younger and more radiant with time? Ling Han's understanding of women had been, in his earlier years, akin to that of a fool. Centuries of life had only partially refined this perception, though his contact with Helian Shun Shui had granted him some insight into the ways of those who wielded charm as deftly as they did power. "And, Lunar King, you indeed shine brighter as the days pass," he responded, careful to match her pride with measured courtesy. The Lunar King's smile widened, acknowledging his tact. Her gaze then shifted to Yi Shuang, curiosity sparkling in her eyes. "And how should I address you, big sister?" she inquired with playful audacity. Yi Shuang's expression stiffened, an almost imperceptible chill seeping through her features. "I dare not presume to be a big sister. From appearances, you are far older than I." The Lunar King laughed lightly, teasing without restraint. "How could that be? One glance at your skin, and it is clear. Big sister must be several millennia my senior." A vein throbbed at Yi Shuang's temple, yet she forced a courteous smile. "I heard you have been buried for over 20 millennia. Surely that makes you older than me. Truly, the elder here is you. No, not big sister, perhaps. Grandma." Gay, gay, gay. The Lunar King's laughter chimed like crystal bells, delicate and teasing. "I only napped briefly, with time source fluid, to slow the march of years. I am no grandmother, so big sister suits best." "Big sister," Yi Shuang echoed, though a spark of rivalry had ignited between them. Ling Han, observing, could not fathom the importance of such titles, sensing the tension radiating like a brewing storm. Their aura of hostility hinted that if released, devastation might fall upon the imperial capital itself. Who knew? Ever Blunt whispered gleefully. "Fight, fight. Let them tear each other apart." Ling Han, more prudent, attempted diplomacy. "Lord Lunar King, surely your journey has been arduous. Might I offer you a cup of tea?" "Get lost." Both women surged into motion, and with a force that sent Ling Han flying over 100 miles, his feeble attempt at mediation ended in utter failure. He grumbled midair, the absurdity of his plight weighing upon him. High above the clouds, the two women faced one another, their eyes blazing with intent. "Come, let me see your abilities," Yi Shuang demanded. "Gay, gay, gay. That is precisely my wish," replied the Lunar King. Their midair battle erupted like a storm of wrath and elegance. They danced and collided with precision and power, displaying techniques that threatened the heavens themselves yet avoided damage to the city below. "Blood devours world," one roared. "8 lunar techniques," the other countered. Every strike unleashed torrents of force, energy spiraling like ethereal dragons. Ling Han's heart trembled in awe. The shattering void tier's might was laid bare, their prowess surpassing the beast snake king by leagues. He murmured in disbelief. 15 stars each, and yet the beast snake king feels like a mere child. The old dragon with 20 stars, unimaginable. As their ferocity reached its zenith, a hush fell. Both combatants descended gracefully, garments torn, revealing glimpses of flawless skin. Their beauty was arresting, yet they drew cloaks from spatial spirit tools, shrouding themselves from prying eyes. "If I could unleash my full might, a single finger could crush you." Yi Shuang's indignation lingered, unspent. The Lunar King smiled, serene yet commanding. You hail from the immortal realm, yet with its restrictions, you reached only 15 stars. True mastery surpasses you. Ling Han's mind whirred. But descended immortals can reach 20 stars? The limits of a realm are complex, Yi Shuang explained. The ninth layer of the Shattering Void tier is the ceiling here, yet the power one manifests within it depends on innate talent. Understanding dawned. The realm suppressed cultivation level, not the battle prowess itself. Even the ninth layer could produce varied stars of combat might, a truth that explained past histories and the dominance of figures like Helion Tianyun. Ling Han quickly shifted the topic, wary of reigniting tempers. Lunar King, with the middle state in turmoil, why have you arrived? With loftiness befitting her title, the Lunar King replied, The 5 sects were defeated once before. They shall not prevail a second time. His Majesty suggested I assist you in training your armies. Relief and hope warmed Ling Han. Secretly, he had gleaned minor tactics from the Purple Moon Empire, but the Lunar King's arrival promised far greater mastery. Gege, and how will you repay me, little brother? She teased, radiating flirtation. Hu Nu immediately interposed, protective as a mountain. You shall have no designs on Ling Han. The Lunar King's laughter rang across the skies, a melody of mischief and charm, her form captivating both Hu Nu and Yi Shuang alike. Her presence heralded not only skill but strategy. She had arrived with 100-strong elite force, seasoned in both personal combat and military training, ready to aid the great Ling Empire in conquering the East and South. The campaign against the 5 sects loomed, and perhaps even Ma Duobao would intervene personally. Ling Han's heart, though wary of the coming storm, now brimmed with anticipation. The gears of war had begun to turn. Ling Han, after a moment of contemplation, finally accepted the Lunar King's summons to journey to the Middle State. There was little purpose in lingering here. No hostile elites roamed these lands that required his intervention. Helion Tianyun alone could handle the sea race without difficulty. The true matter of consequence lay with the 5 sects of the Middle State. Eliminating them was paramount, for without their subjugation, any talk of splitting open the heavens would be idle fantasy. Having arranged his affairs meticulously, Ling Han prepared for departure. Helion Shunshui would remain behind to oversee state matters, leaving Ling Han to take only Zhu Hu Nu, Rabbit, and the crafty gold-seeking rat. With Yi Shuang entrusted to guard their lair, he felt assured that no intruder would dare ransack his treasures. Yet before their departure, a sinister laughter echoed across the imperial capital, chilling the very air. From above, a cloaked figure emerged, shrouded in mystery and menace. Ling Han's brow furrowed in surprise. What trickery is this? Shattering Void tier, so frequently appearing here, is far too cheap, he muttered, sensing the ominous aura radiating from the figure. The presence was undeniably Shattering Void tier, its aura so potent it tore through the heavens themselves. Ling Han ascended, fixing his gaze upon the newcomer, and recognition struck him like lightning. You are the Asura Demon Emperor, he exclaimed. A rumbling laugh rolled from the figure. With a flourish, the cloak fell away, revealing a tall, broad man with features sharp as steel and a beard like a finely honed blade. The Asura Demon Emperor had no true physical body. His demonic chi animated any vessel it enveloped, rendering him virtually immortal. Once split into 9 segments to suppress his power, the fragments now reunited radiated a strength that made Ling Han's very eyes ache. 15 stars of the Shattering Void tier? He muttered inwardly, astonished. The elites of the world had grown remarkably abundant, appearing in relentless succession. Years prior, the Lunar King and her companions had swept aside all challengers with ease, proof that 15 stars were supreme. Yet now, figures of equal or greater prowess, the 8 kings, the 15-eyed Corpse King, the giant silver spider, Yi Shuang, and now the Asura Demon Emperor, appeared like storm clouds over the horizon. You have retrieved all 9 fragments, I presume? Ling Han asked, discerning that the Demon Emperor's power could not surpass 15 stars in isolation. Any greater force would have prevented his prior defeat and segmentation. Kakaka, indeed. The Asura Demon Emperor's eyes blazed with fury. Every fragment, once merged, combined memories into a single consciousness. Ling Han, in the Emperor's estimation, had been a thorn of hatred. The Chaos Source Rock had once entrapped him, threatening eternal damnation. Only through reunion of his fragmented self had he escaped, elevating his strength from mere flower blossom tear to formidable might. "Hand over the Chaos Source rock," he demanded, his voice harsh as tempered steel. For an entity such as him, the rock was more than a vessel. It was opportunity incarnate, surpassing any pill or cultivation manual. Ling Han merely shrugged. "Gone. Perhaps a random stone will satisfy you?" "A rock is a rock, after all," he replied with a faint smirk. The Demon Emperor's lips curled in disdain. "Still defiant, are you? You claim mastery over the rock in mere years? Preposterous. Even millennia would not suffice for a mortal." He laughed, a sound like dark chimes, and added, "If you refuse, your body shall be mine, and all that you possess will belong to me." For him, possession was trivial. His demonic chi could slip into any vessel with ease. Sensing the grave threat to his soul, Ling Han tensed. His body might withstand any shattering void blow, but his essence was vulnerable. The Emperor reached out, clawing toward him. Pang! Pang! At that instant, two fists, beautiful yet deadly, struck the Emperor's face, detonating an invisible force that sent him hurtling backward. Rising with unnerving resilience, his face contorted grotesquely from the assault, yet he righted himself with a single palm strike, features warped but unbroken. "Impressive," the Asura Demon Emperor conceded coldly. "Two warriors here rival my own strength." "Best leave now," the Lunar King's voice rang, serene yet commanding. "Kakaka! To drive me off, you must possess such power," the Emperor mocked. "I have never claimed a female vessel. Curiosity tugs at me." His words dripped with malice, igniting the Lunar King's fury. Her gaze hardened instantly. "You dare touch her? Death is certain," she cried, launching herself into a torrent of attacks, her every movement a storm of lethal grace. The Emperor, unprepared for the presence of two shattering void elites, faltered, though his essence could shift freely, immune to corporeal harm. "You have a fine vessel. I shall claim it," he cackled, parrying her onslaught with unnatural fluidity. The Lunar King unleashed her ultimate technique, 8 lunar techniques. Black tresses whipped like serpents as divine sabers manifested in succession, slashing with precise, merciless rhythm. "Ah!" the Emperor bellowed, struck with awe. "You wield the power of regulation. Heng, evil creature of the netherworld, what you fear most is the restriction of this realm," she called, each strike empowered by the laws of existence itself. His netherworld-honed regulation clashed poorly with the realm's own, a fatal disadvantage. The Emperor grunted, retreating beneath the force of relentless blows. Cursing, he was forced to relinquish the duel and withdraw, vanishing into the void. "Brat," his echoing voice lingered, "hide beside these women forever, and I will claim your body and all you possess." Ling Han's lips curled in a cold sneer. The day he reached shattering void tier himself, he vowed, the sword heart illumination would pierce this fiend and end him utterly.